Hi, this is Coach Sean, the realtor, going above and beyond to help you find your dream home. I really want to just come and kind of educate you on the process of buying a home. Obviously, I want to help you make an informative decision because this is one of the largest investments that you'll make. And so today, I really want to take a moment and just talk about which loan should I use. I do these videos on Mondays. So if you're watching this on Facebook, please like and subscribe. Um, if you're watching it on YouTube, actually like and subscribe on YouTube. And then I need you to like my Facebook page on Facebook. Again, help me give you relevant content by emailing me, inboxing me, writing me, and giving me specific topics that you may have seen that you just need information about and you want to know more about. I can do my best to try to find a way to get that information to you. So today, again, I want to talk about which home loan do I use. First and foremost, I want to inform you, and I like to say this right now, and I need to do some market analysis also on some of my videos, but this, again, is a seller's market. Sellers have leverage. Homes are going on the market Friday, and they're off the market on Saturday. Well, some people are taking offers that day. Typically, if homes are move-in ready, they are going above asking price, which means there are bidding wars. And if you are a buyer, you have to bring your best to the table. So for those who are working with agents, obviously, if you're working with an agent, be patient with your agent. Your agent is doing the best they can. Inventory is low and everybody's after it because of the lower interest rates. It's causing a debacle out there where we're in bidding wars and trying to find it. So you can look at one of the videos I did actually on my page and on YouTube. It's called 10 Tips of How to Get Your Offer Accepted. It kind of gives some information that can help you in the process. So let's get to home loans, and this won't be long. There's kind of four primary loans that are out there: FHA, Federal Housing Association; conventional, USDA, and VA. Two of them that I kind of want to just start off with, because we won't talk as much about those, are the VA and the USDA. So USDA I kind of use in rural areas, and in those areas you can kind of because if you find those areas and you find homes in those areas, you can kind of plug that information in and you can actually get no money down. VA loans are for what they say. They are veterans loans. And so for veterans, there are benefits because of your service, because of what you have done for our country. There are benefits, and one of the hugest benefits for the veteran is that you get the no down payment assistance. But those other two are the ones that I just want to take a few moments just to talk about. Those are the FHA and those are conventional. Again, FHA and conventional. The primary difference is that the FHA is backed by the government and the conventional is backed by Fannie Mae, or what's called Freddie Mac, or some people call it even they're backed by kind of like stock. FHA is managed by HUD and the conventional is not. So the FHA stands for the Federal Housing Association. Here's what happens: because the government wants people to buy homes. They want to stabilize our economy. They want to build communities. They want to build wealth for individuals. So the government gives out loans. And when they give out those loans, they know that they can help people who, need to buy a home. And so that's why with FHAs, a lot of times, not always, but most times it requires a lower down payment. You can get oftentimes an FHA loan with as little as 3.5% down. And so that's really attractive, especially for a first-time home buyer, or especially for a person who maybe doesn't necessarily have everything they have as far as the funds to be able to go about it. There's an avenue for you to be able to go and for you to be able to get a loan. Backed with that, and we don't have this for this video, and I need to do them because there are also down payment assistance programs that are out there. And when you go through those down payment assistance programs, typically if you have at least a 640 credit score, you can have down payment assistance, which means that 3.5% really gets minimal, and some people don't even have to pay any of that. So conventional loans also can actually go lower, but they're typically higher. One of the advantages of the conventional loan is that you can get rid of what's called PMI, which is private mortgage insurance. Because if you don't pay 20% down, typically in your loan, you're going to get what's called PMI. There's a certain amount of money that they charge you for private mortgage insurance. But the good thing about the conventional is that if you pay the conventional down, you can get rid of the private mortgage insurance. So I believe it was maybe last year, me and my wife, we've been in our home for quite some time, but we have another home, and I believe we were able to pay enough to get the PMI taken off. And so it's a good thing if you don't want to have that extra that's kind of hovering over you. It helps in those situations. So typically with an FHA, you can get a lower interest rate. Maybe your interest rate is probably can be lower because it's backed by the government. Again, most down payment assistance, although there are some for conventionals because I've seen it, but most of them are actually for the FHA loan. Here's a good thing, and I believe we should look to find different streams of income. Real estate is a great avenue to find different streams of income. So you really want to look at your situation, because here's what happens is if you are looking to invest, and you're looking to invest in properties or flip properties or get properties and rent them out, you should look at conventional. Conventional right away. If you put a certain percentage down, you can actually be able to invest and get it. And because what happens with the FHA is they want it to be owner occupied, but you can buy conventional and rent it out. You can buy an FHA, live in it for a specific period of time, and then rent it out. But typically they want it to be owner occupied. FHA homes typically have to be move-in ready. They will do their own appraisal to make sure it is up to par to what they think. So minor things they may have a seller fix. If they're major things, they're definitely going to have to be taken care of. Otherwise, they won't even give you the loan. The FHA loan often has less restrictions, as far as your credit score. Typically, the credit scores for the conventional are a lot higher. Conventional also wants, for instance, you can get a loan, you may have to pay a higher down payment, but you can get a loan for $580 for FHA. Conventional wants you to have a lower debt to income ratio. Last week I did a video on debt to income ratio, and so typically those debt to income ratios between 36 to 43%. Some go as high as 50%. Conventional gives you a higher loan amount. One place I read you get almost like $550,000 is the max amount for the conventional, whereas for the FHA is about $350,000. So this is good information to know, and I'm almost done. It's good information to know when you're looking for homes. Because a lot of times people come to me and sometimes they already have their pre-approval letter. Remember, you have to get a pre-approval letter so that from your lender, after you turn in all the documents that need to be done, they do a diagnostic on your financials to see what they will loan you. Once you get that pre-approval, that's when you begin to give it to your agent, and then you can have a barometer of what kind of house you can look for, because they tell you we'll loan you $160,000, we'll loan you $260,000. But here's what you want to be able to know is that if it's an FHA, again, it has to be move-in ready. So what happens was, if you look at the property, I see people, they'll look on Zillow, and sometimes Zillow does not have accurate information, but they'll look on Zillow and they'll send me a property and they want to see that property, and then they'll wonder why they can't see it. And I'll say, well, first of all, they're not taking an FHA loan, and it has to be move-in ready. So if you have an FHA loan, it has to be move-in ready. Conventional is not as strict, least restrictive as far as the move-in ready part of it, but you still want to know. A lot of sellers right now in this market want conventional. A lot of sellers in this market want conventional because they don't want the headache of trying to have to fix things. Not all, but they don't want to. So it's good for you if you're able to kind of get something with both to show them that you have it. And I put in the video before, they want to know that you have the funds, because typically conventional people are a lot of times have maybe more reserves available. That's a better way to put it. So this is a video. I think it's pertinent information, maybe not as exciting as the other, but it's pertinent for you to figure out which one do I want. If you're a veteran, there's some perks. You don't have to pay anything out of pocket as long as you have the right criteria. If you're looking for something where you can get down payment assistance, it's also, even though FHA, there's also conventional. FHA, you probably get lower interest rates, but it has to be move-in ready. Conventional if you're trying to rent out. So again, this is Coach Sean, the realtor, going above and beyond to help you find your dream home. I am excited that you are still will come and even just look at this video. And I hope that you have a great day. And as always, God bless.